the miracles of Jesus. Welcome to Heart's Haven. Here we don't just read the Gospels, we step inside them. Every miracle of Jesus is more than a story on a page. It's a living sign, a portrait of his power, his compassion, and his kingdom breaking into our everyday lives. From a wedding feast in Cana to a storm-tossed sea, from the hungry on a hillside to the fearful in a boat at night, each moment reveals who he really is. So as you watch, don't just ask, what happened back then? Ask, what is he saying to me now? Let this time become your quiet refuge in the middle of a noisy world. A place to meet again. The one who turns water into wine, who feeds the hungry, calms the storm, and walks on the waves. In every miracle, discover the greatest gift of all, himself. The wedding at Cana, water becomes wine. Friends, our journey begins in Cana of Galilee. Picture it, a week-long wedding celebration. Music, dancing, and joy. Jesus, his mother, and his disciples are there. And then a crisis. The wine runs out. In that culture, this isn't a minor embarrassment. It's a public disgrace for the groom's family. Quietly, Mary turns to Jesus. They have no wine, he answers. My hour has not yet come. Yet Mary's faith stays steady. Do whatever he tells you. 6 great stone jars stand nearby. Jesus tells the servants to fill them with water to the brim. Then, now draw some and take it to the master of the feast. They obey, and water becomes wine of astonishing quality. The steward exclaims, "You've kept the best until now." This first sign tells us 3 things. First, Christ meets our deepest needs, even in our shame. Second, what he gives is always the finest. He saves his best for last. Third, miracles flow through obedience. Ordinary acts become extraordinary when done at his word. At a joyful wedding, Jesus launched a ministry of abundance that still transforms lives today, calming the storm lord of creation. Next, we move to the Sea of Galilee, small but infamous for sudden storms. After a long day, Jesus says, "Let's cross to the other side," and falls asleep in the stern. Night falls, winds howl, waves crash into the boat. Even seasoned fishermen panic. They shake him awake. "Teacher, don't you care that we're perishing?" He rises, rebukes the wind, and commands the sea. "Peace, be still!" Instantly the storm dies, and the waters turn glassy calm. In awe they whisper, "Who is this that even wind and sea obey him?" This isn't just a teacher, it's the Creator himself, and it speaks to us today. Storms come unannounced. Even when he seems silent, Christ is in your boat. No force outruns his authority. In crisis, our greatest need isn't control, but faith. Your own seas rage, finances, family turmoil. Remember the one whom wind and wave obeys. With you, and will answer your cry, feeding the 5,000, miraculous provision. The Baptist's death, Jesus withdraws for solitude. But crowds stream to him from every town. Seeing them, he has compassion. Like sheep without a shepherd, he teaches and heals until dusk. The disciples want to send the people away for food. Instead, he says, "You give them something to eat." All they have is 5 loaves and 2 small fish from a boy's lunch. Jesus organizes the crowd, blesses the food, hands it to the disciples. As they distribute it, all eat and are satisfied. 12 baskets remain. This sign teaches us, knows our needs and supplies them. God's provision is abundant, not meager. Even the smallest offering multiplies in his hands. An order matters. He told them to gather the leftovers so nothing be wasted. When you face overwhelming need, remember the one who fed thousands with the child's lunch still multiplies today. Feeding the 4,000, continuing mercy, mainly Gentile region, another crowd follows out of food. Jesus says, "If I send them away hungry, they'll faint on the road." Despite having seen the earlier miracle, the disciples doubt again. "Where can we get bread here?" Jesus asks, "How many loaves do you have?" 7, and a few small fish. He gives thanks, breaks the bread, and once more the food multiplies. Everyone eats, 7 baskets remain. Here we see God's mercy does not expire. Christ's love crosses every boundary. He even notices our journey home. Our faith may be fragile, but his patience endures. And his provision overflows, not just suffices. Your insufficiency in his hands. His generosity still abounds, walking on water presence in the impossible. Immediately after feeding the 5,000, Jesus sends the disciples across the lake while he goes to pray. Night falls. A headwind rises. Hours of rowing yield little. Then they see a figure on the water and cry out in fear. A voice calls back, "Take courage, it is. Don't be afraid." It's Jesus walking upon the waves. Peter says, "Lord, Lord, if it's you, command me to come." "Come," Jesus says. Peter steps out, walking on the sea. But when he looks at the wind, fear overtakes faith and he begins to sink. And he begins to sink. "Lord, save me." Immediately, Jesus reaches out his hand. "Why did you doubt?" Once in the boat, the winds cease. They worship truly you are the Son of God. This miracle shows he sees our struggles even in darkness, comes in the very element. Keeping our eyes on him lets us do the impossible. Shifting them makes us sink. His hand is never too far to rescue. Whatever tempest you face, the one who walks on water walks toward you still. As we close this journey, remember, the miracles of Jesus are not stage tricks. They're windows into his heart. Water into wine, storms hushed. The blind given sight, each reveals who he is. The living Son of God, full of compassion and truth. As he met people in their need then, he meets you in yours now. This be more than information. Let it be an invitation to trust him. Where you're weak, to offer your small loaves and fishes, to let him calm your inner seas. And as you step back into daily life, may the peace of Christ guard your heart. May his joy renew your spirit, and may his presence be the quiet strength beneath every step you take. Thank you